When last we left our brave fugitives, the chains of Wurger fell. A flame lit in the blackest heart of tyranny's own hell. But escape is not yet freedom. No, that road is longer still. It winds through swamp and shadow and a great deal of uphill. Whosis the wise convene them underground with heavy air. We cannot stay, they'll find us, so we must not be there. The Krill's map glowed blue westward toward the bleeding Mire's jaw. Matter of fact, the bleeding Mire named that they went in anyway. Through mire and flame, through salt and bone, for souls and a caravan, nobody left alone. A letter to the Crimson Lady, a princess from the sand, and somewhere in the swamp a thing reached out its fungal hand. Brazen knew the swamp's hunger, being son of Banewood's green. Adeline suggested leaving those too weak to keep the scene. The women, children, sick, she said, with pragmatists' cold math. And Silas said absolutely not, and stood across her path. In the end it was Barry, unsung Barry, draped in good berries bright, who made the impossible march possible through the impossible night. Their stealth attempt failed, blades were drawn, and blood was duly spilled. And somehow the caravan pushed through all of them, everyone. The swamp swallowed them completely, gnarled trees clawed the sky. Vapors hissed from fetid pools, and the air itself would try to chew at flesh and patience, weak by rotting swamps. So weak Courage and Silas pulled the living from the quicksand's hungry cheek. Then one night the cordyceps mind take a found Rajkor, its tendrils writhing into him like madness at the door. His friends, exhausted, brought it low and pulled him from its grasp. The weeks trudged on rain wrought, the fourth week brought disciples. The swamp drank deeply again. Through mire and flame, through salt and bone, for souls and a caravan, nobody left alone. A letter to the Crimson Lady, a princess from the sand, and somewhere in the swamp a thing reached out its fungal hand. By week 6 the mire produced Red Hollow on its stilts, a drowning man's dream perched above the muck and its guilt. Bloodless corpses, mistborn monsters, villagers afraid. And Silas felt a thread of something sinister displayed. Adeline attempted winning hearts through drink at the Crooked Flask. She earned bruises for the effort, which was not what she'd asked. Then Kellen burst head first through the door, with monster on his tongue. They won the fight, Kellen didn't make it. Some victories are shaped like that. But Adeline found Zina in the tavern's darkest space. Swamp strider, boots of venomous blade, and secrets in their place. Whispers led them to the forgotten pier beneath the mist. A red-eyed smuggler crew and crates that should not have existed. The battle ended quickly and the letter breathed its name, addressed to the Crimson Lady, and nothing was the same. A name they had not heard before, a name they would not stop hearing. Beyond the mire lay the salted wastes, all crystal shimmer and bone. Two Janna burst from the salted crust, and they were very much alone. Crystalline and spellbound, brutal, scorching, vast and wrong. The adventurers bled and teetered on the edge of not for long. And then the drums. From the horizon came the thunder of a royal palanquin, Princess Kerubo of Draxa. Warriors in water and steel between, the Janna fled, the survivors lifted death, releasing its grip. She arrived at exactly the right moment, which I find suspicious, but I will not say so to her face. Kerubo listened, dark-eyed and commanding. Husi sat her side. Together they unveiled the next steps in the turning of the tide. Allies in Don Ramil in the Banewoods, wary green among the pirates of Turtle Island, where loyalties convene. She gave them a sky ship, Husis gave a carved stone for the road, and both placed faith in four cracked people carrying a load that nobody had asked them to pick up, but nobody put down. Some tales begin with heroes triumphant and thrones reclaimed. Others begin with hunger, mud, and monsters. But all that matters, dear listener, is that they began it all. Through mire and flame, through salt and bone, a caravan of refugees that nobody left alone. A letter named something old, a princess naming war, and four souls stepping onto a sky ship, heading for something more.